Well, this is a book by Jennifer Yacko about me. Temple did it. You can too. I'm going to read it to you now. 7 simple life rules. I start out with an introduction that I wrote for the book, Introduction by Temple Grandin. There are 7 of my life rules listed in this book, but the one I consider the most important is you need to work hard. Creativity was always essential to me, but I had to work to achieve my goals. When I was a little girl, my mother and teachers always encouraged me to do my very, very best. There was always plenty of time for creativity, and ability in art was supported. I spent lots of times outdoors, and I figured out how to make small paper bird kites fly behind my bike. I tried many designs. I made them myself until I found one that flew really well. Endless creative play outside helped me keep trying to make a new one. Mother encouraged me. She never made the kites for me. I had to figure it out for myself. Hard work was always a necessity at my house. When I was 13 years old, my mother got me a sewing job. Then when I went to boarding school, I cleaned 8 horses every day. This taught me discipline and responsibility as well as pride in doing a good job. It also helped my self-esteem because I received recognition. I was proud of the fact that I took care of the horse barn, and people also really liked my artwork. To all the children who read this, work hard and achieve your dreams. May this book remind you to always do your very best and develop your ability. Throughout this story, the narrator's words will look like this. And it's also said, well, Temple's words will look like this. It's kind of odd reading that. And I've been a successful scientist. I designed cattle systems. They're used all around the world. People come around, hear me talk. Right now, all the talks are done now on video. They even made a movie about me. I thought they did a really good job on it. I liked the way they showed my visual thinking. They showed how I think in pictures. Well, it wasn't always that way. Because when I was really little, I could not talk. And when I was in school, the bullies made fun of me. That was really hard. The only place I got friends was where there was friends through shared interest. But then when I grew up, I did a lot of different things. One day somebody came to hear my talk, and I told them about 7 rules for success. Follow your passion, but learn it well. I had to work hard to be good at designing cattle handling facilities. I went around every feed yard in Arizona to learn all about them. Number 2, don't spend too much time playing video games. Some of them are kind of pointless. Another, live life. Spend time studying, join clubs that interest you, get out and do a whole lot of things. Number 3, rules for living. Be yourself, but you do have to fit in a little. I never cared much for looking fancy, but I learned that people in business didn't want me to be messy. So I had to keep myself neat and clean, and in the 50s, kids were always taught really good manners. Number 4, discover your talent. My talent was in art. My mother always encouraged me. Figure out what you can do well. Develop it into a skill that other people are going to want. Some kids are good at math. That's not me. But there's some kids out there, computer programming would be the thing for them to do. Try lots of different things. Number 5, perfection's not possible. You always want to do your very, very best. But it's impossible to always be perfect. You can learn from mistakes. When I experimented with my kites, sometimes they didn't work, so then I would try other designs. Number 6, I want to really emphasize this. You need to work hard. And when I was a teenager, I cleaned horse stalls. I didn't start designing things right away. And when I did start my design business, it started slowly, one small project at a time. And I spent 3 years going around to the feed yards, learning how to read drawings, learning how to design facilities. Number 7, you never stop learning. There's always something new to discover. Always keep learning. Find your next goal. Well, I followed my rules, and I've worked in 2 fields, livestock and autism. And this is not something that I did overnight. It took a long time. You have to try hard and keep working on developing your abilities. So to end up, there are some simple rules. Follow your passion, learn everything you can about it. Number 2, live life. Be yourself, but you do have to fit in a little. You just can't be a rude, dirty slob. Number 4, develop your abilities, turn them into skills other people want. Perfect's not possible, because some kids get totally hung up on being perfect. You gotta be really good, but you can never be absolutely perfect. Work hard. I had to work hard to get good at my cattle design work. And number 7, you never, never stop learning. Thank you very much.